Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing very well. Welcome to our Sunday edition, Places in News, where we bring to you some of the places that have been in news lately. Let's begin with our today's discussion with the very first location as United Kingdom. Now, recently, United Kingdom was in news as Rishi Sunak has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of United Kingdom, becoming the first British Asian, first Hindu, and the first person of color to hold that position. Now, when we look at British islands, first of all, the larger one consists of Scotland, Wales, and England, and this is known as Great Britain. Now, there's another island that is the smaller one, which consists of Northern Ireland plus Ireland, or the Republic of Ireland. If we talk about the adjoining water bodies, we have the Northern Atlantic Ocean. Here we have the North Sea, and this is the English Channel. Now, when we use the term United Kingdoms, it includes Great Britain plus Northern Ireland, or we can say the countries of Northern Ireland plus Scotland, Wales, and England constitutes United Kingdom. Therefore, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and the Northern Ireland is commonly known as the United Kingdom, UK, or Britain. It is an island country in Europe that is off the northwestern coast of continental mainland. Now, if we talk about the capitals of these five countries, first of all, for Scotland, we have Edinburgh. For England, we have London. Wales, the capital is Cardiff. For Northern Ireland, the capital is Belfast, and for Republic of Ireland, the capital is Dublin. So once again, as you can see, Great Britain consists of the countries of Scotland, England plus Wales. This is shaded in pink. That is the largest island of the group of islands. Another one, when we talk about United Kingdoms, that consists of Scotland, England, Wales plus Northern Ireland. So the portion that is shaded in blue, that is known as United Kingdom. And combination of all these is known as the British Isles. Now, once again, when we say UK, it comprises of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And the United Kingdom includes the island of Great Britain, the northeastern part of the island of Ireland, and many smaller islands within the British Isles. For example, the nearby Isle of Man, Isle of Guernsey, and Jersey are not part of the UK, being the Crown dependencies with the British government responsible for defence and international representation. And as we have seen, Northern Ireland shares a land border with the Republic of Ireland. Otherwise, the United Kingdom is surrounded by Atlantic Ocean, the North Sea, and the English Channel, the Celtic Sea, and also the Irish Sea. So UK lies between the North Atlantic Ocean and the North Sea. And further on, the Northern Ireland is separated from Great Britain by the Irish Sea and the North Channel. Moreover, the coastline of Great Britain is connected to continental Europe, that is particularly France, by the Channel Tunnel, which is the longest underwater tunnel in the world. Now let us talk about some key facts related to United Kingdom. United Kingdom is the world's 7th largest island country. Now with this, another fact is that England accounts for just over half, that is 53% of the total area of the UK, and the Scafell Pike is the England's highest mountain. Another term is the Highland Boundary Fault, which is a major fault zone that traverses Scotland from Arran and Helensburgh on the west coast to a place called Stonehaven in the east. We also have the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, located in southeast London, and it is the defining point of Prime Meridian. So this Royal Observatory was commissioned in the year 1675 by King Charles II. And because of this place, Greenwich, from where the Prime Meridian passes, there comes the name Greenwich Mean Time or GMT. So this was a little bit about UK. Now let us move on to our next location, and that is the Mana Pass. So recently, Prime Minister Modi attended the Saras Mela in Mana village of Chamoli district during his visit to Uttarakhand. Now, Saras Mela is a national art and craft fair organized by the Ministry of Rural Development. Now, during his visit, he laid the foundation stone for 2 road widening projects. That is, one from Mana to Mana Pass, it is known as the National Highway 07, and the second one from Joshimath to Malari, that is NH 107B, for providing last mile all-weather road connectivity to our border areas. So as you can see in the map, here we are talking about Mana village, which is actually 4.4 kilometers at a distance from Badrinath, a holy place that is situated in Uttarakhand. And it is near to the Chinese border or the Tibetan region. Now, Mana is a village in the Chamoli district of Uttarakhand, and it is located on the northern terminus of National Highway 7, NH7, and it is known as the last village, before the Mana Pass. If we talk about the nearby places to the Mana village, it includes the Vasudhara Falls, the Satopath Lake, and the famous Hindu pilgrimage Badrinath. Now, the villages of this village are culturally associated with the activities of Badrinath temple and the annual fair of Matha Murti. Now, there is a small cave that is known as Vyas Gufa in the Mana village, and it is believed that Maharshi Vyas composed Mahabharata in this particular cave. And as you can see, this is the map of Uttarakhand, Chamoli district, and to the north of Mana village, we have the Mana Pass. Now, talking about Mana La, the word La itself means pass in the Tibetan language. So, Mana La is also known as the Mana Pass or the Chongni La. It is one of the highest vehicle accessible passes in the world, containing a road constructed by the BRO Border Road Organization. And it is located within the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve of the Zanskar mountain ranges in Uttarakhand. It is also known to be the source of the Saraswati River, which is actually a tributary of Alaknanda River, which later on joins the Ganga River. So I'll leave you with the second question. You have to name the place where Alaknanda River converges with the Bhagirathi River and travels onward as the main Ganga River. And you can write your answers in the comment section below. Moreover, Mana Pass is also the key point for climbing the Chaukhamba Peak. Now, Chaukhamba Peak is a mountain massif at the Gangotri group of the Garhwal Himalayas. And Chaukhamba 1 is the highest peak in the group. It lies at the head of the Gangotri glacier. Well, this was a little bit about the Mana Pass. Now let us move on to our next location, and that is the Sukapaika River. So recently, the Sukapaika River, which stopped flowing 70 years ago, is said to be rejuvenated as the National Green Tribunal has directed the Odisha government to revive the river in next 6 months by earmarking dedicated fund for the purpose. So let us talk a bit further about the river. Sukapaika is one of the several distributaries of the mighty Mahanadi River in Odisha. Now it branches away from the Mahanadi River at a place known as Ayatpur or the Ayatpur village in the Cuttack district and flows for about 40 kilometers before rejoining its parent river at the Tarapur region in the same district. So it covers 3 blocks such as the Cuttack Sadar, the Raghunathpur region and also the Chinta Koili region of Cuttack. It was alleged that the river Sukapaika in the Cuttack district became dead after the mouth of river was closed during the 1950 for the development of Taladanda canal system and for flood protection in the delta of Sukapaika. First of all, let us talk about the Mahanadi River. The Mahanadi River is a major river in the east central India. It runs a 900-kilometer course, majorly through the states of Chhattisgarh and Orissa, but it also has drainage basins in states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand. Talking about the source, the river Mahanadi starts from the Dandak Aranya forest. The famous Hirakud Dam is also situated on the Mahanadi River. Now, after reaching the city of Cuttack, the river divides in small streams and some part of it also drains into the Chilika Lake and another streams drain into the Bay of Bengal. Now, talking about some of the major cities on the Mahanadi River, we have Raipur, Sambalpur, Cuttack, Paradip. In fact, the holy city of Puri, which is famous for Jagannath Puri, is also situated along the Mahanadi River. Now, an important fact about this region is that there are 3 Aribada beaches that occur in Odisha, or the nesting site for the olive ridley turtles. The first one is the Gahir Matha. The second one is the Devi River mouth. So this is the Devi River, and at the mouth of Devi River we have the second site, and another one is near the Rishikulya River. So the olive ridley turtles turn up in millions for mass nesting along these regions. Now, the olive ridley turtles are the smallest and the most abundant of all the sea turtles that are found in the world. And the olive ridleys along with the Kemp ridley turtles are best known for their unique mass nesting known as Aribada, where thousands of females come together on the same beach to lay eggs. And the olive ridley turtles are categorized under vulnerable category by the IUCN Red List. So this was a little bit about the Sukapaika and the Mahanadi rivers. Now let's move on to our next location, and that is Ethiopia. Or here we are particularly talking about the Tigray region of Ethiopia. So this has recently come up in news as the 2 sides in Ethiopia's civil war have begun formal peace talks for the first time since the conflict started nearly 2 years ago in and around Ethiopia's northern Tigray region. Now, if you look into the map, here we have Ethiopia. The capital city is Addis Ababa. It is a part of the Horn of Africa region, which consists of Eritrea, Djibouti, Ethiopia and Somalia. The adjoining water bodies are the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden and Indian Ocean, and here we have the famous Strait of Bab al-Mandeb. Now, as we see, Ethiopia is a landlocked country and it shares borders with Eritrea to the north. We have Eritrea over here, Djibouti to the northeast. So we have Somalia to the east and northeast, Kenya to the south, South Sudan to the west and Sudan to the northwest. Moreover, it is the second most populous country in Africa after Nigeria, and the East African Rift splits the country into African and Somali tectonic plates. If we talk about the national capital, it is Addis Ababa, which is also the largest city of the country. Moreover, Addis Ababa is the headquarters of the African Union, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, and many of the global non governmental organizations focused on Africa. Now, talking about the mountain ranges, we have the Ethiopian highlands, which are the largest continuous mountain ranges in Africa. Another important fact is Dalol. Dalol, it is a locality in the northern Ethiopia that currently holds the official record for a record high average temperature for an inhabited location on Earth. Further on, the Sof Omar Caves in Ethiopia is one of the longest cave on the African continent. Another important physical feature is Lake Tana. It is the largest lake in Ethiopia and it is situated in the Ethiopian highlands and it is the source of the Blue Nile River. So as you can see here, we have Lake Tana. It is situated in the Ethiopian highlands. It is the source of the Blue Nile River, which is a major tributary to the Nile River. Another source is White Nile River. So I'll leave you with the third question of the day. You have to name the source of White Nile. You can write your answers in the comment section below. So both the White Nile and Blue Nile meets at Khartoum, the capital city of Sudan, to flow further as the main Nile River. Now talking about the Tigray region, to the north of Ethiopia you find this region which is actually known as the Tigray region. Now the Tigray region is northernmost regional state in Ethiopia and this region is the homeland of Tigrayan people. Its capital and largest city is Mekele and it is bordered by Eritrea to the north. We have Sudan to the west and Amhara region to the south and Afar region to the east and southeast. So what is this Tigray war about? The Tigray war is an ongoing civil war that began on the 3rd of November 2020 in the Tigray region of Ethiopia and particularly this war is being fought by the Ethiopian federal government and Eritrea on one side and the Tigray People's Regional Front on the other. So this was a little bit about the Tigray region. And with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Places in News. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.